Welcome everyone to the AgriTech4Egypt Innovation Challenge Demo Day. My name is Claudia Zachary and I'm representing the CGIAR Accelerate for Impact platform. This is an initiative that is powered by the Alliance of Biodiversity International and CIAT, one of CGIAR's centres. And I'm very happy to serve as your moderator of today's Demo Day. In today's virtual room, we welcome public sector representatives, investors, venture capitalists, agribusinesses. We have representatives from academia, research centres, industry players, and agri-tech startups and enthusiasts. The purpose of today's event is, of course, to celebrate the journey and the scaling pathways of these 15 agri-tech innovation teams who have successfully completed the intensive acceleration program combining technical assistance and business mentorship, and of course, reaching the final stage of the AgriTech4Egypt Innovation Challenge. From its very design phase, starting in November 2023 and through to the consultation workshop that we had in Cairo in February 2024, of which most of you were present, the project set out to support early-stage agri-tech innovations that have a minimum viable product or a proof of concept, looking to develop deployable and market-ready solutions for a more sustainable, efficient, and climate-resilient agriculture in Egypt. On the screen here, you can see some of the objectives that we set ourselves out to making a tangible impact on the ground in Egypt. So we look to attract an international pool of innovations, bringing these teams to Egypt in supporting us to address some of the sectoral challenges. We look to scout for deployable and affordable context-specific solutions for farmer end users and value chain actors. We look to connect innovators with key stakeholders in order to support them in validating their market potential and, of course, aligning their solution to the industry needs and market demands. We also supported and accelerated these innovations through a comprehensive support toolkit combining entrepreneurial training and technical assistance. And at a larger scale and through our cohort, we very much strive to create this enabling environment that could attract investments to de-risk the technology development of innovations. We look to empower rural communities, women and young entrepreneurs in order to grant them greater access to knowledge and resources. We look to contribute to the economic growth and development of the country through creating employment and a skilled labour force. And from its very design phase, we also sought to ensure that this project was very much aligned with the agricultural strategy of Egypt. So the this innovation challenge is a result of a multidisciplinary and multi-stakeholder effort that combines partners from the public and private sector that are present here today. This project was organised in the context of CGIAR's Regional Integrated Initiative for Agility to Resilience in Central and West Asia and Northern Africa, also known as F2RC-WANA, and it is powered by CGIAR's Accelerate for Impact platform. A4IP, just to give you a very brief overview of what A4IP is, it's this venture space that is very much aiming to leverage CGIAR's legacy in research and innovation to co-design, accelerate and de-risk the development and deployment of science-based innovations that can provide deployable and affordable solutions for sustainable agriculture and climate action. Through entrepreneurial models and strategic partnerships that we form, A4IP serves as an ecosystem enabler, and we very much look to work closely with entrepreneurial scientists, startups, and industry leaders to bringing these research products from lab to market. So before we deep dive into today's event, I would like to take a moment just to look back on this project timeline and how did we get to this point. So we launched a call for application back in March, from which we developed a pipeline of 975 applications, and this was a very positive result that we managed to put together, of which 241 were considered eligible submissions representing 48 countries. The top 3 countries here were Egypt, Nigeria, Kenya, and Lebanon. Moving on to the next stage, 25 teams gathered or were selected with the support of our selection committee here today to gather for a 4-day action-packed bootcamp in Belbise, which was hosted by SECM, one of our project partners. These teams deep dived into Egypt's agriculture, refined their pitching skills through interactive workshops and mentorship. They connected with key players on the ground. They also established their very first connections with CGIAR's network. And of course, they competed for one of the 15 slots of the fully funded acceleration program. So, Amar, can we take a look at the bootcamp highlights, please?
Yes, sure, Claudia. Just
Okay. Amar, I think we have an issue with the audio. So what we will do is we will drop the link in the chat so that our attendees can view the bootcamp highlights. So if we can go back to the presentation, please. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Okay, so moving on to the next phase of the innovation challenge. As you can see, we are moving on to Amar, can you please change the slide? We are moving on to the acceleration program. So the 15 teams, with the support of the selection committee, supported us to select the top 15 teams that were admitted to the acceleration program. This program was carefully designed in combining the business mentorship as well as the scientific technical assistance of our scientists within CGIAR's network. And we look to prepare these teams for product validation and helping them to craft a scalable and sustainable growth plan. So I'd like to introduce you to Amar Rizk from Chemonix Egypt Consultants, who will provide a brief overview of the acceleration program.
hello, good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you here today. Okay, so I'll quickly highlight the phases of the acceleration program and the activities that have happened. So as Claudia has mentioned, the acceleration program offers a multi-approach to help and support the startups to expand within the Egyptian agricultural sector. So throughout the acceleration program, we've had a mix of different formats that have been used. So for instance, we've got the business and science workshops where we've conducted 15 business and science workshops to the innovators, in addition to over 270 hours of individualized mentorship sessions to the startups. Additionally, we've got connections that have been established with 18 CGIAR scientists throughout the acceleration program. As well, we've got networking opportunities with industry key players. So the startups were able to connect with the agribusinesses in Egypt to help them expand further on their work in Egypt. And finally, the acceleration program provided a peer-to-peer learning experience and insights from other successful startups that have participated as well during the acceleration program in the science and business workshops. Back to you, Claudia.
Okay, thank you so much. So this was an overview of the project timeline and how let's say the process that brought these 15 teams to the final stage of the innovation challenge. And in itself, this is a huge achievement and a milestone from them. So on today's agenda, we will begin with the opening and welcoming remarks from our partners. You will then be introduced to the selection committee, and you will hear directly from the 15 agri-tech teams themselves, who will be pitching their solutions to the selection committee. So now I'd like to hand over the mic to our partners. Allow me to introduce our speakers. So we have Professor Amar Farouk, Assistant to the President of the Academy of Scientific Research and Technology. We have Dr. Michael Baum. He is the Deputy Director General for Research of ICARDA, one of CJR's centres, and is also the lead of the F2R Regional Integrated Initiative. We also have Dr. Maha Al-Zubi. She is a regional researcher in sustainable and resilient water systems at IMI, CJR Centre, and she is also co-lead of F2R Siwana. So over to you, Professor Arm, for your welcoming remarks. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Claudia. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Menza, Dr. Maha, it's my real pleasure to be here on behalf of Academy of Scientific Research in Egypt, the president of the Egyptian Academy of Science and Technology, Dr. Gina Al-Fiqi. She is really committed to continue working with you any subject related to scientific research and technology in the future. We have been together, ASRT and our partner from A4IP and other partners from Egypt, other countries, and really it was really a very enjoyable experiment. I would say having start ideas from inside and outside Egypt, coming to Egypt really to solve some constraints in the field of agriculture in general. I think this was really enriching our experience in Egypt, how to collaborate with international organizations in the field of innovation, and having CJR in this field. It's really a privilege because it's one of the biggest institutes of agriculture in the world, not only in the Middle East or other countries, but it's in the world really. I know we have winners today. Congratulations to anyone really has participating in this forum. It's not only the 15 winners, but coming to the 15 winners, there is some commitment from the Egyptian government is really to fund the startups, the winner startups with some seed funds to continue their work in this field. Due to some internal change in the Ministry of Higher Education, I mean the reconstruction itself in the mandates. So the one really will have the fund available for you in the very near future. I'm following up very closely with them. Is ISF. This is Instant for Innovation Support Fund. It's a new organization in Egypt, was established a few years ago, and it will be in charge of innovation and entrepreneurship in the Ministry of Scientific Research and Technology. So in ASRT, we'll hand over to them the winners, the database, everything, and myself, I will continue following up till each one of you will receive his or her seed fund. Once again, I wouldn't think this is the end of the project, but really I love to see startups growing and see some businessmen in the near future in Egypt or the MENA region or Africa, having African colleagues and friends, brothers. It was really an advantage to this hackathon. Once again, thank you so much for this opportunity, and I'm looking forward for more opportunities to work with CJR and Dr. Menza and Claudia. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Professor Arm. And of course, ASRT has been a fundamental partner to this project. Over to Maha. I see Maha is online.
Yes, thank you. Good morning, everyone. First, thanks to Dr. Professor Farouk for his inspiring notes. Good morning, everyone. So what a milestone we are achieving today. cooperating as part of the CGR Regional Initiative Fragility to Resilience in Central and West Asia and North Africa, especially after the successful alliance was leading last year in Uzbekistan, AgriTech Uzbekistan, and the year before AgriTech in Morocco. So we are reaching the end of this initiative, the first phase, and we are kicking off the new phase January 25. So it's a great milestone to achieve this year. I'm honored to give like some really key to address like some points. As all of you know, so this event underscored the critical importance of the CGR initiative in addressing fragility and fostering resilience in agriculture across Central Asia and West Asia and North Africa. So it also highlights the transformative role of innovation and technology in driving sustainable agriculture development and climate adaptation, particularly this year in Egypt. So the journey of the AgriTech Egypt Innovation Challenge from its inception to today's demo day reflects a significant contribution to the growth of the agri-tech ecosystem, not only in Egypt, but in the MENA, of course. We celebrate the impressive global interest with over 900 applicants and the rigorous process identifier like the 15. So in advance, congratulations to the winners. So today's events shine the light on two examples from CGR-led solution like Geo, Agro, Mesr, and from ICARDA and Muruna from IMI. So I'm glad to see these as IMI and ICARDA plus FPRI, the supporter to this AgriTech, which is led by Alliance. So these innovations stand as a powerful examples, hopefully, on how research-based solution can address real-world agriculture challenges with the potential to enhance Egypt's productivity, resource management, and climate resilience. So this initiative is a testament to the collective efforts of CGR industry, mentors, investors, and scientific experts, academia, research, who have worked together to support the innovation pipeline. So it's also emphasized the importance of public-private partnership in scaling agri-tech innovations, creating new opportunities for broader market impact. So I would end my note by first call for action. I encourage all attendees, investors, policymakers, and industry leaders to engage actively and support these transformative solutions. And looking forward for next year collaboration as well. Now there is like a dedicated program gonna be kicked off early 2025, particularly dedicating for scaling for impact. So where this would give opportunity for more collaboration in the MENA across as well Central Asia, etc. So today's event present an incredible opportunity to form partnerships that leverage agri-tech to address critical regional challenge and food security, water management, and the climate change. So finally, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to Alliance, particularly Claudia and Gianpiero and other teams for their dedicated efforts. Of course, Government of Egypt and particularly the Academy of Scientific Research and Technology. Without their support, dedication, we would never ever reach this demo day. As well, my thanks to all partners, both CGR and non-CGR, for their support, and to the technical committee, of course, for their invaluable valuable guidance. And lastly, a special acknowledgement goes to the participants and innovators who joined the journey. from day one. Whether or not they reach today milestone, their contribution have been vital to the program success. Thanks all, and look forward to inspiring demo day, and wanted to wish all a happy holidays as well. Over to you, Claudia. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maha, for your kind words. And over to you, Michael. Michael, can you please unmute your microphone?
You are still muted, Michael.
You should be able to by clicking on your, there's 3 dots on your video. Or at the bottom there's an audio.
Yeah, for some reason, this was blocked. Anyway, it seems to work now. So thank you very much, and good morning, everyone. And I think Maha, she has already said most of it, what I wanted to say. And let me stress a point that I think this is an important interface between really the public funded research and the private sector, because I think although we encourage the private sector partnerships in the CG, there's much more that we can do, and and the Arc Innovation is really one model that we are testing, and and as was said, I mean, this is now the 3rd year that is done as part of F2RC WANA. It was successfully been done in Morocco and in Uzbekistan, and this 3rd year in Egypt. And I think that's an element that we should also look in future to do more of this, really to look into how we can use innovations from the public as well as the private sector in our engagement with the private sector. Because by the end of the day, if the innovation and the technology that we develop are not taken up by the private sector, then I think it will not be very sustainable. So that's why I think this is the right model that we need to intensify, and and I think we are on a good way. As Maha said, so the first 3 years of the initiatives comes to an end by the 31st of December, and but basically the initiative continues into a mega program or a science program, which is called Scaling for Impact, which brings together 6 regional integrated initiatives, of the 6 regions, like Eastern and Southern Africa, Western Africa, the Siwana region, Southeast Asia, Latin America. And so with more substantive and global science programs, I think we should also have more impact. And happy to say that in terms of our priority countries, Egypt, Morocco, and Uzbekistan will continue. So you in Egypt will be, I guess, in a fortunate situation that also in future we can think about and use this this element further and more, in order really to see, I mean, how we can pitch innovations, to the private sector, and make them more sustainable, and especially in the for the topics of food security, climate change. They don't go away. They will be intensified. That's why I think it's really important that we identify the best possible solutions. And in that regard, we are happy to continue to work with the key stakeholders in Egypt, the Ministry of Agriculture, the Agricultural Research Council, and also the Academy of Science. And I congratulate you for to be part of this arrangement, and I wish you all the success for your startups, and I hope that we can see some of the successful innovations on the ground in future years. I just recently met one of the finalists from the Morocco Art Challenge, and I, for the meeting, I was not there in person, only online, but I see, thereafter the things on the ground, and I'm really happy to. I think this is a quite successful model, and I wish we can continue this and do more also in future. I wish you all the best, and to the finalists, and all the best on successful implementation of the agricultural innovations.
Thank you so much, Michael, and thank you, Professor Amar and Maha, of course, for your support throughout this entire project timeline. So moving on to the main segment of today's proceedings, we have our 15 AgriTech finalists here today who will pitch to us all, and of course to the selection committee, each representing one of our project partners. So it is with great pleasure that I introduce you to our selection committee members. We have Professor Amar Farouk, who you have already met. We have Giampiero Mensa. He's the Senior Manager in Partnerships and Innovative Finance at the Alliance of Biodiversity International and SIAT. We have Hassan El Sajir, who is the head of the Small Business Unit at Alex Bank. We have Taraya Seada, who is the Director of the Carbon Footprint Center of Heliopolis University, representing the SECEM network today. We have Mohammed Ouaig, who is the Agro-Food Project Officer at Prima Foundation, Naira Khaled, who is the Senior Sustainability Consultant at CheMonix4Egypt, and we have Ahmed Ragab, who is the Environmental Specialist Consultant at EME-CGIR. So today with our selection committee, they will be leading their expertise and insights as our innovators will be presenting their agri-tech innovations. So just to give you a brief overview, we have randomly divided our teams into 3 groups. Each group includes 5 teams who will be pitching in sequence. The teams will have 3 minutes each to pitch, and following each pitching segment composed of 5 teams, these teams will be called for a 10-minute Q&A session with our selection committee. So I'll be passing over the mic to Amar Rizk from CheMonix4Egypt, who will be moderating the pitching segments.
Thanks a lot, Claudia. Thank you. So first of all, before moving to the pitch segment, I'd like to quickly congratulate our 15 agri-tech startups. We've got 11 Egypt-based startups and 4 international-based startups. As previously mentioned, you have made it through. Your creativeness, drive, and commitment have been inspiring throughout this journey. Before we kick off the pitches, let's take a moment to share some key facts about the teams. So these solutions span a wide spectrum, ranging from modern herd management platforms to edible coatings made from agricultural waste, to Internet of Things and remote sensing for farming, horticulture, for livestock, and beekeeping as well. So we've got a range of solutions tackling a wide spectrum of challenges. We're very excited to be here, and we'll start our pitching soon. But before jumping into the pitch, we have a few rules that I'd like to point out, please. So each pitch is allocated a 3-minute slot to be completed within. And to our audience, we would love to hear from you as well throughout our session. So please make sure to submit your questions in the Q&A function to engage with the teams. And the teams will respond to these questions in a written format. And as well, we would love if you can connect with the innovators and help us identify the people's choice vote. There's a poll that will be available right now where you get to choose your favorite innovation team. So when choosing the innovation team, you can think of considering the relevance of the solutions being presented to the current market demands and the potential impact of agriculture in Egypt, which is your preferred innovation team. And then we will be collecting these results as we go on throughout the session. Okay, so moving on to the pitches. I would love to welcome our first startup, Grade A+. So please, I'm welcoming Jocelyn from Grade A+ to the floor.
Hi everyone. Let me know when I can start, please. Because
yes, Jocelyn. I can hear you well, Jocelyn. I can hear you well. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'll start. You can start, and whenever this next slide comes, just let me know. Thank you.
I will let you know on each slide.
Yes, please, Josie.
So I will do like this.
Okay. Please.
I have
3, 2, 1, please. Yeah.
I have 2 bad news and 1 good news. Let's start with the bad. Every year, Lebanon wastes over 2.5 thousand tons of sheep wool. Imagine the volume of 3 Egyptian pyramids, all burned or discarded. Second, worldwide, farmers struggle with nutrient loss, soil depletion, and water scarcity. Now, the good news. Grade A Plus is turning these challenges into sustainable opportunities. We've created Soil Plus pellets made entirely from sheep wool, strictly tested in laboratories and further studies at Lebanese University and EPIC Lab. We've discovered that Soil Plus does more than just fertilize. It enhances the soil with nutrients that release slowly over 6 months. There are more benefits to know about. That was proved also during validation and positive feedback from farmers, where Haytham saves 40% on water and energy during irrigation. Ahmad satisfied with 50% boost in crop yields, and Sulaiman was surprised by a 50% reduction in pesticide use. Compared to other fertilizers, farmers appreciate Soil Plus for its multifunctional benefits, rich in nutrients, soil enhancer, and retain water, at an affordable price of $600 per ton. To meet higher nutrients need, we are developing Soil Plus Pro with added minerals to compete with chemical fertilizers. Also, our pellets can be customized with different additives to suit specific requirements. None of this would be possible without our team. Dr. Suhaib, a fertilizer expert with 24 years of experience. Naji brings 12 years of farmer relations. Nabil, project management specialist, and myself, Jocelyn, leading R&D as an engineer. Here is our backbone team in Egypt. Sylvia, agriculture engineer, and Jamil Tarabai, our sales manager. We aim to enter the Egyptian and Lebanese markets with a combined value of $750 million, with funding of $280,000, we aim to scale our annual production to 900 tons. Furthermore, we will enhance our marketing plan to expand across Lebanon next, and then into Egypt, with the goal of establishing an abroad factory by 2028. As a result, we expect to increase our revenue from $160,000 in 2028 to 1.7 million by receiving this fund. Join us, bring the good news to life with our team's expertise and proven R&D success. We are confident we can transform these challenges into sustainable solutions that make a real impact. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jocelyn, for your pitch. Okay, so moving on to the next startup, we've got the AfroTime. Please. So we've got Nicholas from AfroTime. Nicholas, I'm ready whenever you are. So please, I'll have a countdown and then you can pick up.
Right.
1, 2, 3, please go.
Thank you. My name is Nicholas Najuna, and I am from AfroTime, a company that is helping farmers to maximize their water use efficiency. So why does this problem actually concern us? Many of our smallholder farmers in Egypt, across Africa, are unable to afford very sophisticated irrigation infrastructure. But sadly, they are operating in loose soils. In fact, a third of the soils in Egypt are loose, sandy soils that subject farmers to constant irrigation, which is very tiresome. And that is why at AfroTime, we came up with a solution. Our product is called Water Bank, and this is made from agriculture waste and helps farmers to increase their water holding capacity of their soils, meaning that they do not have to constantly irrigate their soils. So we are making this for a very big global market, which is a $2.5 billion market, with our serviceable available market at $450 million. However, by 2030, we hope to, as AfroTime, service or reach $450,000. So next. So this is the product that we are providing to our farmers, a product that maximizes water use efficiency to boost their crop yields, but without using complex technology or added costs. Next. So we have also validated, of course, this product. We have pilot tested with a few farmers, but also conducted an needs assessment in the region with our results showing that 85% of the 200 farmers we reached out to willing to buy our product. However, even 2%, only 2% showed that they were actually having irrigation solutions. Then we have also been awarded the Uganda Climate Innovation Fund, but also been nominated for the Global Food Plant Prize. Next. So this is a competitive environment we are operating in with Stockholm, with Altrate, Soko. All these are water retaining solutions. However, they are high cost, inaccessible, and inorganic for smallholder farmers that we work with. AfroTime, on the other hand, is accessible, and our product is organic with low cost for smallholder farmers. Next. So we are operating a B2B business model where we are selling through agri-input dealers, but also farmers associations to reach this product to farmers at only $2 per kilogram. Thank you. Next. So this is how our finances look like. That by 5th year, we hope to have hit an $800,000 in revenue from $200,000 from the 3rd year. And we hope to hit this target. Next. So looking forward, this is what we are seeing. Pilot testing our product with Egyptian farmers next year, but also by 2027, setting up a production facility in the same region, but also a distribution channel for the same. Next. So this is a team that is making this possible for smallholder farmers, a team that includes polymer scientists, soil scientists, but also business leaders. And together they have a combined experience of 47 years. And they are together saying that you should join us at AfroTime to make this dream for farmers come true and help them to manage their water as a resource.
Thank you.
All of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay, lovely to hear from AfriTime. Moving on to our third startup for today, we've got Jacob from Keep It Fresh. No, I'm sorry. We've got Cuticoat. We've got Mu'min from Cuticoat. If Mu'min can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. Okay. Hello. Yes, I can hear you well. Please, the floor is yours when I reach one. So 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. We are Cuticoat, a pioneering startup revolutionizing post-harvest technology. Our mission is sustainability, ensuring that produce stays fresher, longer, just as nature intended. Next, please. The problem we are addressing is post-harvest loss. Did you know that 23% of the world's food is lost across the entire supply chain, whether it's during transport or storage? This is a significant issue. In Egypt alone, 60% of tomatoes are lost according to a FAO study. Our focus is on the storage stage to combat this problem efficiently. Next. Our answer to this problem is Cuticoat, a natural edible coating. It prevents spoilage, retains water content, and has antimicrobial properties that prevents infection. Most importantly, it's 100% natural, made from agricultural waste. Next. Starting as a graduation project, our MVP showed that coated tomatoes last 10 days compared to 7 days to uncoated ones. Our partnership with a strawberry farmer yielded outstanding feedback, validating our product's efficacy. Next. In the competitive landscape, some companies offer single feature wax coatings. Others, like Appeal, are costly. Cuticoat is unique, being both cost-effective and multifunctional, setting us apart. Next. Our value proposition is robust. Economically, we reduce post-harvest loss, saving money and boosting profits for distributors and exporters. Sustainably, our natural emulsifiers align with global eco-friendly goals. We also contribute to food security by extending product shelf life. Next. Targeting the tomato market in Egypt, a 1.5 billion opportunity, we plan to capture 5% in our first year, representing $38 million. Egypt's position as the 5th largest tomato producer globally underscores this potential. Next. Our go-to-market strategy involves partnerships, direct engagement, demonstrations, and localized marketing campaigns. Crucially, we maintain a feedback loop to continuously refine our product. Next. We generate revenue through product sales, coating services, consultation, and future carbon offsets, ensuring a diverse income stream. Next. We validated our MVP, gained market validation through positive trials, and secured early partnerships, showcasing strong traction. Our financial projection is promising. We break even by the 4th month and continue to grow by the end of the year, reaching $70 million, highlighting our financial viability. Next. Our growth plan is ambitious yet achievable. By 2025, we aim to complete lab testing, certifications, market entry, and infrastructure development. By 2026, we'll scale production and capacity, diversifying our product range. In 2027, we focus on technological enhancements, export initiatives, and market expansion. Meet our dedicated team: Sharif Gamal, our visionary CEO, Mu'taz Yasser, our technology manager, Momin Hafiz, the marketing manager, Walid Gamal leading business development, and Ahmed Muhammad heading the R&D. Together, we're committed to transforming post-harvest technology.
Thank you so much, Momin. Thank you for your pitch. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay, moving on to the 4th innovation we've got today. So please, I'm welcoming Jacob from Keep It Fresh.
Can you hear me? Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Jacob. Yes, I can hear you well. So whenever you're ready, I'll count down as well, and then you can start.
All right. Am I audible enough?
Yes, we can hear you well.
All right. Good day, everyone. My name is Jacob. My name is Jacob from Keep It Fresh. We provide mobile coaching as a service for smallholder farmers and fruit retailers. Next. More than 50% of what the farmers in Egypt produce is wasted. In numbers, this is about $50 million plus every year. This is a large number. Next, our solution are decentralized cold systems that have data analytics and temperature monitors to help preserve and efficiently store and distribute fruits from farms to market. Next. The Egyptian market has over a $3.8 billion market value with a 4.3% annual growth rate. Next. What we do as value proposition is to produce decentralized cold systems that can be produced in different storage capacities and positioned at different locations in the community, powered by solar and data analytics. The next, please. So far, in terms of validation, in Nigeria, we have launched a 50-ton capacity cold chain system. We've launched a digital marketplace where clients can place order online. And we recently launched an aggregation center in Nigeria. So far, we've won awards like the COP28 Energy Efficiency Changemaker Award, among other awards. The next slide, please. So what stands us out from other competitors is that, one, we are modular, decentralized, and mobile. We can be positioned anywhere. We can, produce or fabricate at 0.5 ton, 1 ton, 2 ton, and can move between different locations from the farms and the market. We're also digital and powered by solar. The next slide, please. Our business model is a 25% commission. When we deliver from the farm to the fruit retailers, we charge 25% per 25 kg plastic crate of fruit. The next slide, please. Our model so far for the year 2024, which we are currently in, we've done about $30,000 or $40,000 revenue from both direct commission from sales and grants. Next slide, please. Our team is comprised from talents, mostly from the UK, in tech, in agriculture, innovation, computing, business development, and accounting. We seek to expand this team to also integrate more talent from the Egyptian market if we are given the opportunity to go ahead from this phase. Next slide, the last slide. Thank you very much for listening to our presentation, and we look forward to everybody in the ecosystem joining us to expand this solution from Nigeria down to Egypt and spread across Africa as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jacob. It was lovely hearing from Keep It Fresh. Moving on to our fifth innovation for today, I'd like to welcome Mrs. Sarah from El Qadri Group.
Hello.
Please, hello. Please, I'll count down as well, and then you're good to go.
Okay, I will make like this sign to the next slide. Okay.
Sure thing. Sure. 3, 2, 1, please.
Hello, I'm Dr. Sarah Dakhli, the co-founder of Qadri Group, the Diesel of Bortley. Next. The world faces growing challenges in food security and climate change and livestock with limited resources, and so does Egypt. In Egypt, breeders suffer from shortage in feed and feed additives, high prices leading to closure of many poultry farms, shrinking in poultry market. This is causing deficiency also on poultry health in nutrition, growth, immunity, and quality. But Qadri Group is here. Our solution is poultry feed additives, powder added to feed or in drinking water composed of herbal plants, acts as growth promoter up to 50% and immunity enhancer, manufactured by the most updated nanotechnology techniques. We validated our product working in many different areas such as الفيوم, القليوبية, البحيرة, teaching our product and validated it on different poultry species like white poultry, local poultry, in addition to Egyptian duck, and we started our patent in ESRT, and the pictures are the live sample from our work. According to our market research that we have done through CJAR, the global market size is $37 billion, and the Egyptian feed additives market size is estimated $321 million, and we are targeting $32 million. At first, our targeted customer are the small breeders, and then in our expansion, feed the poultry feed distributor and the poultry feed producers. We are offering many value proposition that our product is a local 100%, increase growth up to 50%, elevate immunity, which mean that we are decreasing life cycle 1 week, and also with affordable price using advanced nanotechnology formulation. And guess what? Our product is the first low carbon emission. Next. This is our competitive analysis. We have a cutting edge in all these items, but we are focusing on the two that we are the first in nanoscale particles in the Egyptian market, and we are the highest in carbon credit. Next. Our business model started from B2C, and then in our expansion will B2B. We will collecting our revenue streams through direct sale, offline and online. Next. We are achieving many goals of SD goals, but this means that our product is scalable and sustainable. Next, please. And also that make us having many impacts, social, environmental, and economic impacts. Next, please. This is our roadmap. Started from 2022 by registration our startup, and then expansion in Fayoum and Bahira, and finalize our product validation in the last year. And this year we are buying our grinding machine and making our platform through AI and IoT, and starting our nano machines the next 2 years, launching our product expansion in Egypt and Africa, and we are targeting the Saudi market, inshallah. Next, please. This is our team, highly skilled with scientific background. I'm Sarah Dakhli, TA in nanoscience and nanotechnology, and co-founder of Adwil City and co-founder of Kadri Group. And Ms. Jihan is a financial manager. This is our contacts. With us, we can make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. It was lovely hearing from Kadri Group. Now we've concluded our first segment with our first 5 innovations for today. I would like to move to the Q&A session with our selection committee, but as well I'd like to remind our audience to engage with the startups through the chat box by asking them questions. Over to the selection committee, please.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Yeah, I just would like from you to explain to me the part of the carbon credits. What do you mean about this issue?
Okay. At first, we finalize our validated product, and then we try to make to get the track that the government that wanted to make the product having a carbon credit or carbon food certificate. So we are treated some poultries with our product, and comparison between making a comparison between the poultry and the poultry treated with our product, the ordinary poultry and the poultry treated with our product. So we find that byproduct that come from the poultry, it less carbon emission from the poultry treated with us with our product than the ordinary product, the ordinary poultry that treated with the other product in the market.
Yeah, okay. So it's meaning you're doing your carbon footprint and you benchmark your carbon footprint with the others conventional product in Egypt to see how many emission reduction it's
Yes.
done. Okay, because carbon credits is another story, but it's clear now.
Yes, we are trying to start this step by step to take our carbon footprint certificate because we wanted to we found a promising result regarding this point. So I hope we complete this step to have a competitive edge in the Egyptian market, inshallah.
Yeah, it's very needed. Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Soraya, for your question. I would just like to highlight, if you may please introduce your name and the entity that you're representing, and the startup name as well that you're directing the question to. So we've got Mr. Mohammed Wagih, please.
Okay, good morning or good afternoon to all of you. I'm Mohammed Wagih, Prima Project Officer. Thanks a lot for all the presenters and the pictures for this very interesting ideas. I have maybe a couple of questions. Let's start for the first one for the Kadri group. You said that you are using advanced nanotechnology for producing these additives to the food. Have you considered the national regulations for applying nanotechnology products to the food? Because, you know, sometimes it's not easy to register this in Egypt. So how you are gonna solve this issue? Maybe I can go, if you want, Amr, to the second question, to another startup if you want, or should be like one by one?
We can do one by one. We can do one by one, but yes,
I will start until Sarah answer here.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, hello, Dr. Mohammed. Okay, at first, nanotechnology is very safe technology, but we have a misconception about what about it's having toxicity or something like that. So I'm not loading anything on my product. My product is only it's manufactured by nano technology itself. Not I'm loading. This is the loading carrier or the carriers that use. This is what makes toxicity to nano technology. That's the first. The second part of your question, Dr. Mohammed, that the regulation regarding nanotechnology in Egypt. I am working also in Egyptian drug in Egyptian drug authority. I'm one of the member for regulation of nanotechnology in Egypt, not only in medicine, but in medicine, in herbal product, into the cosmetics. So right now we are making our regulation to enter the nanotechnology techniques into the Egyptian market.
Thank you.
So
Thank you
very
so
good.
much.
And yeah, it's a very essential information to know. My second and last question to the startup grade, the A+.
Okay.
It's very interesting that you use this sheep wheel as like fertilizer and for providing nutrients to the plants. But have you considered, for instance, one of the drawback of this use of the sheep wool, which is the slow decomposition? And this means that if the breakdown of the sheep wool would take like maybe months and maybe sometimes like over a year, this would delay the availability of the nutrients for the fast growing crops. So how you adjust this, like to make sure or to control the decomposition of the nutrients from the wool? Thank you.
Okay. Usually we do during the production, we have one step in the production when we do like grinding for the sheep wool. In this way, we help for the decomposition. So the expected time is 6 months to 1 year, and you have a complete decomposition of the sheep wool in the soil. Okay, and plus this is why we have mentioned that we have a slow release of nutrients, which is during 6 months, and we succeed to, after 1 year from using our pellets, we can't see anything in the soil, which means it's 100% natural. So it has been tested.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Further question now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed. I'm going to ask the selection committee if we've got any further questions before moving on to the next cohort. So we've got Mr. Ahmed Ragab, please.
Yes, hello everyone, and nice to hear from you all. My name is Ahmed Ragab, I'm an environmental specialist at EMI. I have a question to Kadri Group about how do you expect market demand is going to be in the future, and if they can, that the production capacity can meet that market demand?
You mean that our demand to our product?
Yes, because I foresee that maybe the market demand might be big in the future. How are you going to expand to meet that demand in terms of production capacity?
Well, okay. At first, the demand for feed additives or feeds, anything for poultry is very it's very demanded for many people here in Egypt, because prices is very high, are very high for feeds or feed additives. This is the first thing. And we have a plan to make our expansion. At first, this year we bought grinding machine, and I designed a nano machine that making a large scale production. So, by the way, in pharmacy, I'm a pharmacist in the first. Before my study, master studies, in the basic, I'm a pharmacist. Okay, we are studying industry, industry and machines in part of our years of master pharmacy studies. So what I'm designing is a nano machine in a large scale in Egypt, which will be the first machine for production of feed additives through our company. Both of them, we will work as 12 hour during the day in 2 shifts, and also we have an expansion plan by expansion in Egypt at first through offline, through breeders inside Fayoum, Bahira, and Qalyubia. This is the center that we are started first. Then we will expansion in Africa and the other parts of Egypt and Africa. And right now we have a partnership with a Saudi company in Saudi market. So we are trying to expand by making our having a huge capex to enter the Egyptian market, and also right now we are making our platform online using AI and IoT for supply chain properties for our product, and know if there is a customer needed a preferable new additional product. So I'm also I'm having a plan to upgrading our product. This product and another product, there is no startup working on a one product only in the market, and we have a many plans for our expansion in Egypt and outside it.
Thank you so much, Sarah, and thank you for the questions from our committee members. I would just like to remind our guests and audience for today to engage with our startups, either through selecting your favorite startup through the poll, or by dropping your questions in the chat box, and you'll get a response from the startups. Okay, it's time to move on to our second segment for the pitches we're having today. Firstly, I'd love to welcome Mr. Muhammad from Milka.
Hi, everyone. You're going to count me down, Amf?
Pardon me?
Will you count me down?
Yeah. I'll have a quick countdown. All right, 3, 2, 1. The floor is yours, please.
Hi, I'm Muhammad Nassar, one of the co-founders of Milka, a next-generation livestock herd management platform. So over the last couple of years, livestock farmers across the developing world and across Egypt in particular have been faced with a litany of challenges, not least of which are rising operational costs due to the rising cost of feed, and environmental constraints due to greenhouse gas emissions. Add to that the fact that about 80% of such farmers are small and medium-hold farmers with little to no access to technological enablement. This paints a pretty bleak picture. Farming for livestock can no longer proceed as it had done for many, many years. These farmers need a modern solution in order to thrive in this modern context. The animal is the ultimate unit of production, and enabling the farmer to know when and what to feed it, when to inseminate it, when to dry it off, and when to sell it is the ultimate difference maker. In comes MilkUp, a modern, complete, and easy-to-use solution. MilkUp analyzes, monitors, manages all aspects of the farm's operations along its 4 major axes: animal health, production, reproduction, and feed. We enable the farmer to optimize and have daily actionable tasks based on best practice and our iterative learning machine. And we'll have a marketplace in order to enable the farmers to procure feed, sell their animals, and eventually in order to finance and insure their herds. The size of the opportunity is quite large across Northern Africa, Eastern Africa, GCC, Turkey, and Pakistan, translating into very healthy ARR and transactional revenues, potential revenues from the SOM perspective. And while there do exist products in the market that offer similar solutions, we're very proud to say that MilkUp is the first of its kind that's built in a very modern context. We're built farmer first in their native language, a modern context meaning we're open API, we're hardware agnostic, we can integrate with everyone. We have launched earlier this year and have gone to market in October of 2024, currently managing about 5,500 heads of cattle across 6 farms in Egypt, and have demonstrated exceptional results across major KPIs. We've partnered with some of the world's most prestigious programs in terms of acceleration, which have allowed us to build a roadmap that is both ambitious in terms of going to market and developing the product itself. Our revenue streams and financials are very simple. There's a SaaS component, a subscription per head of cattle per month. And then once the marketplace is deployed, we'll have a transactional component as well. Tertiary revenues will come from veterinary consultations. And once we have big data, then the possibilities for data monetization will be endless. In order to fulfill on these ambitious plans, we've assembled an exceptional co-founding team, whether it's Ahmed and myself as the full-time co-founding members, and Drs. Mahmoud and Ahmed as our co-founding advisors. We have over decades worth of experience in startups, big tech, and technical subject matter as well. Thank you very much. We're very excited about this project and hope we have shared our excitement with you properly. So thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much, Mohammed. It's always lovely to hear from MilkUp. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to our 7th innovation for today, innovation team, I'd like to welcome Rania from Geo Agro Misr.
Yes, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Rania. Okay, I'll do the countdown as well, and you're ready to go. And please, when you want the next slide, just give me an indication. Thank you.
Okay, great. I'm very delighted to represent ICARDA. One of ICARDA innovations is called Geo Agro Misr. It's a comprehensive digital tool for small-scale farmers. Next. So as we all know that climate change phenomena is the major challenge that we are facing in the NENA region, especially in Egypt as one of the NENA region countries. Increasing temperature, reducing precipitation can shifting the growing season for farmers. So we need to empower farmers with a new strategy, with advisory, with innovations to cope with all these challenges. We have a second problem with lack of extension agent in Egypt, which lead to no, or we can say very limited access for farmers for a recent advisory service. Also, we have absence for one-stop shop solutions to address all of these challenges, including market volatility. So we see that digital transformation is one of the solutions to accelerate the climate smartness. So ICARDA released Geo Agro Misr is a comprehensive digital tool designed especially for Egyptian farmers, especially also for small scale farmers. We have like 10 modules to overcome all the previous problems or previous challenges. We have a good agriculture practice advisory survey in agronomy. We have Ask Expert to overcome the problem of limited extensionists in Egypt. We have a marketplace to replace market volatility. We have a weather for empowering them or announcing them or telling them with any unexpected event. Next. Our target market, as I tried to illustrate, it's small scale farmers, or we can say we are targeting all agriculture. We can say areas or fields in Egypt as 4 hectare or 8.5. But then in the first year, we are targeting approximately we can say 250,000 of fadden. Next, please. We validated our tool across Egypt. We validated each of the advisory service, each of our items, each of modules across Egypt to know the impact of these challenges, or we can say all this advisory service on the farmers, especially small scale farmers. Next, please. So our value proposition, we need to raise awareness, improve productivity, resilience, farmer livelihood, and sustainability. And for that, next, we had a competitive analysis to know or identify our competitors. We need to know a competitive advantage for us. We did a SWOT analysis, and we recognize that as international organization, we have a powerful point, which is established a partnership with ministries, Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Irrigation, to position well our GeoAgro tool. Next. So the project is expected to require a total of $73,000 as capital injection, and it will be backed by the end of the first year. For the pricing strategy, we are applying a cost-plus based strategy to enable us to cover our cost and provide the application with the cheapest possible price for our sustainability. Next, please.
Rania, you have 1 minute left.
Okay. And this profit, as we are non-governmental, non-profit organization, we will use this profit for marketing campaigns, for any contingencies, for reinvest in the application and the new service. Next. Next, please. So I'm very happy to let you know my team. We have a diverse experiences and a diverse domains. We have a hydrologist, we have machine learning and modeler, we have agronomist, we have socioeconomic scientist, we have geospatial analysis, meteorological scientist, and of course a developer with soil scientist. We can say many of the different domains to cover or to cover all the requirement of many.
Thank you so much, Rania. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so moving on to our next pitch, I'd love to welcome Wasuda from Al Muruna.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well. I'll have the countdown as well, and then when you're on wanting to switch to the next slide, just let me know. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What if I told you that instead of worrying about water conflicts in the MENA region, we could turn them into opportunities, attracting funding and driving solutions for a sustainable future? Let's find out how. I'm Dr. Vasudha Biratna from International Water Management Institute, presenting Aqualtabia, Al Muruna's Knowledge and Action Hub for Resilient Nature-Based water solutions. The MENA region faces severe water scarcity and an urgent need for sustainable energy. These challenges are significant, but they've also attracted substantial global funding. Globally, the market for nature-based solutions is expanding rapidly to combat climate change and environmental degradation. There are enough scientific evidence to prove that in MENA, there's limited access to integrated evidence-based planning and implementation for NBS. Next. This is where Aqualtabia steps in. Operated by IMI and partners, we are a comprehensive platform that combines knowledge, action, and networking to address water and food security. Next. We serve governments, NGOs, development agencies, and private sector stakeholders in Egypt, Jordan, Palestine, and Lebanon. With 100 million serviceable market, we deliver unique value through science-backed tools, and participatory approaches. Next. Our value proposition is knowledge, link, and drive. We connect actors, build capacity, and provide NBS expertise to make NBS implementation practical, measurable, and impactful. Next. IMI is a globally recognized CGIAR research center with 30 years of expertise and over a decade of work in MENA. AgriTech4Egypt is a major output of the 5-year FCDO-funded Almona project. On the right side of the slide, you can see the significant impacts we can achieve from $40,000 investment. Next. Unlike other organizations, we are a one-stop shop for knowledge, partnerships, and implementations. A recent survey conducted by us showed 83% of MENA agriculture and water sector professionals are eager to join with AgriTech4Egypt. Next, to support our mission, we offer 3 impactful sponsorship packages: $5,000 funding sponsor package with recognition, early access, and co-branding opportunities, $40,000 knowledge bundle to choose forecast environmental benefits, and $120,000 action bundle will include new case studies, implementation expertise, and so on. Our financial projection aims to achieve $1 million in revenue within the first 4 years. Next, our short-term goals are to secure funding sponsors and initial bundles. Next, so this is our team. We have experts from CIDAR Egypt and IMI. We also have partnered up with IUC in Jordan, SPNL from Lebanon, and PhD from Palestine. Next. So why we worry about water conflicts when we can transform them into opportunities for funding, collaboration, lasting solutions for the MENA region? Join us to make a change. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wasuda, for your pitch, and it's lovely hearing from Al-Muruna. Okay, moving on to our next pitch, I'd love to welcome Dr. Walid from Lamarki, please.
Okay, Amra, if I clap like this, you can hear it to change like this or no?
No, I can't. If you want, you can make a hand gesture, and I'll switch next.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, please.
Okay, hello everybody. This is Walid Salam from Lamarki. Lamarki is a beekeeping AI system for managing beehives. Next. Next. Okay, beekeeping is since 2000, like 5,000 ago in Egyptian civilization, and it was continued the same way until mid-50s and the modern way as we can see today. But this is old fashion, and now we are the future of the beekeeping. Next. We have a problem that we have a colony collapses disorders, and this is because of climate changes, which is affecting the forages or where the bees can go and get their food. And the other thing is the immunity of the bees is less, so a lot of diseases is coming to the bees. Another point is the inefficient beekeeping practices, where the beekeepers are losing money because of all the fashion and the tradition of beekeeping. So if no bees, no life. Next. And our solution, we are implementing IoT technology and using AI to analyze and to make early disease detection and support beekeepers using Arabic-friendly interface. Next. Our market size, actually, we mainly focus on beekeepers and the big growers, which have big lands and sub-miners customers. And our serviceable market in Egypt is $5.76 million, and Europe, Middle East, Africa region, which we are focusing is around 18 million. Next. Our value proposition, we guarantee honeybee products by technology. So we have a products guaranteed by technology. Moreover, we increase the pollination, and we have like a QR code system for tracking the process. Next. We have done a validation for more than 1.5 years, and we have developed a new sensor which is wireless, and we have a market survey from beekeepers, and we plan to launch next month. Next. Next. And we have a lot of achievements we have done, and for competitive analysis, we have an advantage in price, and we are one of the major AI-driven early disease detection. And our competitor in Germany, they are using visual, which is more expensive, and we have 9 sensors, and we are the only company which are providing Arabic language. Next. Our business model, we are focusing on B2B and B2C. And of course, we have hardware, we have a software, we have a consultation, and we have the first worldwide carbon credit system designed for apiculture system. Next. We plan to launch in early 25, and we have a projection of 5 million sales next year. And by 2030, we plan to double by 20x of our sales. Next. And of course, we are covering 11 direct sustainable development goals and other indirect. Next. And our team, I am the founder with technical and beekeeping background, and we have our CSO, Dr. Yasser Yahya, Dr. Reda in AI, and Dr. Asma Anwar and Amani. Thank you. I'm finished.
Thank you so much, Walid, for your pitch, and it's nice hearing from Lamarck. I would like to move on to our 10th innovation for today, and I'd love to welcome Mr. Muhammad from RightTech.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well. Okay, I'll do the countdown as well, and then the floor is yours.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, please.
Good afternoon. Imagine a future where farming is not just more efficient, but also more sustainable. A future where every drop of water, every kilowatt of energy, and every fertilizer granule is used in its full potential. At RightTech, we are not just imagining the future, we are building it. I am Mohammed Samir, representing RightTech, first Egypt's local manufacturer of smart irrigation system. Farm loses billions annually due to inefficient water usage, high energy consumption, and underperforming yields, as former conventional water usage in agriculture is inefficient because it fails to adapt with the climate changes. At RightTech, we have developed a cutting-edge smart irrigation technology. We offer a real-time monitoring, helps the farmer to keep eyes on their farms and use the AI to solve any abnormal conditions, and we can solve it automatically. As we also offer water and energy optimization, enhanced crop yields, and totally automated solutions. RightTech systems uses weather station, soil sensors, and satellite data as well to analyze the weather and soil conditions. And we use this to schedule precise irrigation through our server-based calculations, showing the results on a cross-platform applications, ensuring its optimal efficiency. Our target market. The total addressable market is 9 million acres. The SAM is 5 million acres, and our initial target is to capture 200K acres, which represent 4% of the SAM in the first 3 years. Target audience, we are targeting 4 main targets. Large scale farm owners, agriculture cooperatives, governmental projects, and beaver manufacturers, as well as landscapes. Our system component was tested, and this is the weather station. With the weather station tested in the and certified by Meteorological Authority, affirming its reliability and accuracy, and showing that it's very perfect readings. And this is the first and next. And this is the first pilot with Mozart. We have tested it with 2 different crops, mint and cauliflower, and it was a successful pilot. And the next slide is showing the success result, which is 20% water saving, 28% increase in crop, and 23% in energy saving. RightTech competes with the local and international players in the smart irrigation market. At RightTech, stands out with the local expertise and solutions, and we developed software and hardware, and the business model is B2B, revenue generated from hardware products and software. And this is in the first year we are targeting 4.5 million with 38% gross margin, and this will be doubled in the 3rd year, and it will be tripled in the 5th year, reflecting a scaling of operations and increasing in market demand. This is our traction. We are started in 2023, and we are now selling our MVP in 2024, and we are now selling our first version. And this is the team. I am the software engineer, and Amr Said, the managing director, and we have also business developer as well as irrigation consultant. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mohammed, for pitching RightTech to us and to the audience today. So we've concluded our second segment of pitches for today, and I'd love to invite our committee members to ask any questions that they have in mind.
Hello, Amr.
Hello, Nayera.
Yeah,
I can hear you well.
Okay, I have one question to Milka. First, thanks, Milka, for the excellent presentation. I just want to know the fees per head, as you mentioned, per month, and also why the smallholder farmer breeders can get your solution. And if you have some numbers in your validation process, like how much production increase in milk production, for example, or decrease in feed consumption for cattle. I just want to know some numbers from your validation process. Thank you.
So first of all, thank you for the excellent questions. Regarding the fee, so we have a basic sort of a subscription model. We're looking at the moment for Egyptian farms at the medium scale, so somewhere between, let's say, 50, 70 heads of cattle to about 300-400. We're talking about 25 to 30 Egyptian pounds per month per head of productive cow. But of course, for the larger farms, we have farms with thousands and thousands of heads. We have tiered subscriptions that we will work with, and we are currently pitching to some of the country's largest farms. In terms of the impact of milk-up on the operations, it also always depends on what we're comparing to. So if we're comparing it to a farm that did not have any sort of solution, so a medium farm or a small farm that did not have a solution to begin with, we've seen tremendous impact. We're talking about north of 65-70% in milk production, and reduction in feed cost. But the reduction in feed cost per milk produced is then tremendous, because we're talking about 5% reduction in feed cost. But if you add that with the increase in milk production, then the feed cost the conversion ratio is extremely high. In order to reach the smallholder farmer, we're talking about the farmer with 10 heads of cattle. There are certain strategies that we're working with at the moment, whether it is through milk collection centers, whether it's through large aggregating milk producers and farms, and whether it's through distribution with partners reseller partners that work with these farmers in general, that provide sort of inseminations or vaccines, those sorts of suppliers, working with them to provide milk-up as well. The idea is to have milk-up as a standalone solution for these farmers with minimal interference or intervention from us, and have them manage it, because it's so simple and easy to use. Again, like I said, it's built in Arabic, and the mobile version, the farmer can actually talk to the application. There's very little digital input that's required. Hope I answered the questions.
Thank you, Muhammad, for your answer. Mr. Muhammad Wagih, please.
Okay, thank you so much, Amr, and thanks for all the presenters for these very interesting ideas and invaluable information that you shared with us. I have two questions to two startups and one general comment for maybe the next presenters. Let's start with the first question to, just one second. Okay, for Agri-Egypt, Agri-Masr. Okay, because it's very interesting, the tool that you shared with us about this mobile application that you shared, is very nice. But have you considered the level of the illiteracy among the small farmers in Egypt, and how the system is gonna to interact with them? Because from the first screenshot, you showed that you used some visualization for the users, which is something very useful and helpful. But the problem for me, maybe on the second screen, that you showed that the answers provided in a sort of like a texting, maybe not like a voice or interactive with the users. So how you can overcome this problem of the illiteracy and digital illiteracy as well for the small farmers? This is my first question.
Okay, can I answer?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Muhammad. Thank you for your question. Of course, there is like an icon for sound, so you can record your question for Ask Experience, for example, and you can listen to the answer in immediately. And I think we covered this very well. For the illiteracy about the digital transformation, we are doing our best to just spread or scale this application among farmers or even the sons of maybe educated son or educated daughter of the farmer. So even the farmer himself or one of his family is using mobile phone. As you all know, as you know, the children also with the 5 or 4 years, they are able to use the mobile application. So actually, this not a big problem recently. The only problem maybe more is the internet access. But we are trying to, with the government as well, for the new village or the new, maybe we can say modern village, which have already mobile access, to try with or to scale our idea or our innovation in this village.
Okay, thank you so much. Maybe I will have maybe here a proposal that it's better maybe not to deal directly with the small farmers, but maybe with the, let's say, the agricultural engineers who are monitoring those farmers and serving them. And you have the model of SECAM, for instance, and we have with us, I think, Ms. Soraya Sada. She can speaks better than me about this model. Like, you are not talking directly with the farmers, but maybe with other like intermediaries with them. The second question, for the sake of the time, the second question for El Muruna, it's about the volatility of the market that you are achieving or you are dealing with. And because for me, it was not so clear about this business model. You shared with us like 3 different business models: the memberships, the consultation, and the commission. If you can please shed light more on these different business models that you are applying and what would be the benefit for the users of each one of them. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much for the question. And give me a second. So yeah, we have 3 business models. First of all, because of the water conflict and water insecurity in MENA region, there's a big potential for the donors to fund into the projects. So the main problem we identified is the fragmented knowledge in the MENA region, that yes, there's a potential, but what is the capacity of the companies and the organizations to grab all the fundings and then thrive in the projects? So we are coming into the business with 3 main packages. First one is sponsor package, where you can pay 5,000 USD. So you will get a 3 years membership in our organization, and you can do the co-branding, networking, and all those stuff. It's like a membership. And there's another package, we say it as a knowledge package, where you can fund minimum fee is 40,000 USD. From that, you can start doing the capacity building frameworks and start doing basic impact evaluation framework. And then also we will calculate the environmental benefits of your projects. And the final bundle, the action bundle, which is 120,000 USD. From that, we will implement the project with you. We will consult the implementation. We have a vast area of expertise in our CGI centers and especially in IMI. So we will do the implementation expertise. We will give the implementation expertise, capacity building, farmer trainings, awareness programs, and impact evaluation frameworks, and forecast benefit, and all sort of things. So that was our model.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for the questions from our selection committee. And now it's time to move on to our third segment for today. So I would like to welcome Naglat from PVita.
Hello,
Hello, Nagla. Please, I'll count down to 1, and then you're ready to go. 3, 2.
Hello,
1.
everyone. Hello, everyone, and welcome to PVita. We create and develop natural and vegan and high-value raw material for food and beverage and pharma industry. The MENA region market is really huge. It worth more than $400 billion. So what is the problem? The problem is that we import 95% from this market. There is no local supply, and there is always a shipment delay. And nowadays, due to the inflation, it's more expensive. And all of these stuff are actually impact the supply chain. That's why we are here as a PVCAL to provide a solution. We are using plant-based solution to produce natural, vegan, and high-value raw material like beta-carotene and pectin antioxidant, and also as a natural ingredient for coloring and so on. And we have a byproduct as a fertilizer. And we are monitoring and using the system for IoT and AI technology. Next slide. Next slide as well. So far, we own 3 laboratories, 2 at Giza and 1 at Shorqiyya. And our innovation, and the next slide, is actually in 2 points. The first point is the innovation in the biomaterial, as we are introducing natural and sustainable. And we are introducing sustainable production, lower cost, flexible application, and lower carbon emission. Next slide, Yana. And the lower carbon emission and the high yield as well. This is actually the raw material. And for the market size, the global market is really huge. And for the Egyptian market is 65%, and the CGAR is actually growing fastly. It was more than 30%. Our business model, as the next slide, is B2B. Our product is the manufacturer. Our product is a patent and process license agreement, and our customer is the manufacturer and the distributor. And our revenue stream come from process license agreement and actually distributor agreement as well. And we are now doing our first production pilot with a Viva company as our first customer. So far, we have developed 2 production lines, pectin and beta-carotene. And the 3rd production line is actually the byproduct of fertilizer. We owned and gained the certificate internationally and nationally as well to prove our concept of production and our concept of product validity. And we have MOUs from 7 manufacturers for about more than 250 tons. We have started with a lot of research and experiments to validate the technology, and we are the first in the MENA region to register the recipe for production for pectin and beta-carotene as well. And now we are licensed our model with Viva company to enter the Egyptian market for the Q1 next year, and actually we wanted to scale for all the CGR area and Gulf area. So far, we just put a trap. We didn't get any fund. This is our partner for success to this period that enable us to gain laboratories and make all this stuff. And me and my founder as well has won and recognized as Forbes 30 under 30 this year. Actually, business model is important and margin is important, but what is much important is the impact as well. We are reducing carbon footprint, make additional income for farmer, and actually provide a green job and empower women in STEM actually, and make a waste valorization and reduce carbon footprint. These are our advisory report and the men behind our success as well. And finally, this is me, Nagla Muhammad, the co-founder and the chief science officer of PVita, and my co-founder Muhammad Tariq, environmental engineer, worked as an environmental engineer for a startup and specialist as a corporate as well. And we have a variety of a great team from researcher, R&D, engineer, and business development as well. As all of us have a mission for today to make a greener future and make a green economy for Egypt. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Nagla, for your pitch. It's always lovely to hear from PVita. I would like to welcome next AgriTech4Egypt. And I would like to welcome Mr. Muhammad from AgriTech4Egypt.
Okay.
Please,
Okay.
3, 2, 1, please.
Okay. This is Muhammad Hamad, co-founder and CTO of AgriTech4Egypt. Can you imagine how many challenges that the farmer is facing every day to feed us? They need to produce more with less resources, in addition to raising cost, labor shortages, and inefficiency lead to 15% losses in planting. Next, please. Yeah. Next. Okay, that's why at AgriTech we providing Osiris-1 as a robot can move in the land and do the seedling process in less than 1 hour automated per acre. And by such, we will decrease the cost and time and increase the yield by 15%. The technology allows the farmers to optimize the operation and increase the productivity and efficiency. Our customer segment is diversified between public and private sector, such as Ministry of Agriculture, agriculture companies, medium and small land owners. Next, please. Egypt has almost 10 million acres planted annually, with $40 billion as a revenue. We're just targeting 30K acres to planted by end of 2026 and generate revenue by $1.5 million. Next. Next round, please. Yeah, our business model, robot as a service, through a flexible model, $50 per acre, and we're looking forward at the next 3 years to provide our unit by $40,000 per unit. Next, please. Next round, please. Yeah, after successful testing of our previous the MVP one, please. Yeah, here. Yes, this one. After successful testing of our MVP, now our MVP ready by end of 2024. Next, and we are aiming to expand from 4 robots at the first quarter of the 2025 to 100 robots by end of 2026, and add more features like weeding and monitoring, and expand across MENA region. Next, please. Our team is consist of 8 persons, 2 of them co-founders, and Mohammed, and the rest of the team is diversified between mechanical engineers, software engineers, agriculture engineers, and business development. Yeah, at AgriTech we empowering the farmers by innovative and sustainable solutions. Thank you, and shukran.
Thank you so much, Mohammed, for the pitch. Moving on to our next innovation team, I'd like to welcome Abdelhamid from AgriCan.
Yes, I have to apologize at the fact that my camera is not working.
No worries, Abdelhamid.
I'm really sorry.
No worries for that. Please. 3, 2, 1, the floor is yours.
Okay, so there's a big problem when it comes to climate change, the effect on the agriculture sector. And one of the unspoken about effect is the increase of the rate of plant disease and infestation of pests. Next. And because of that, farmers utilize copious amounts of pesticides, which endangers their own health, the environment, actually leads to more crop spoilage, so affecting food security. And of course, in a country like Egypt, we are trying to increase our exports to markets like the EU. In 2024 alone, in one crop, oranges, there have been more than 25 shipments rejected because of the pesticide residue. So it's also not only environmental or health, but also an economic problem. Next. That's why we're trying to work on devising an integrated solution using robotics, AI, sensory data, and satellite data. Next, in order for us to train an AI model that would advise how much exactly is being sprayed according to the infestation amount and nature. So far, next. We have devised different models of the robot, and we have tested them in different agricultural configuration. Next, according to the different capacities. And also the robots don't only work on the spraying, but also collect environmental data so that the farmers and farm owners could monitor the plant health remotely. Next, please. We also have worked on having an international consortium called STAR, Space Technologies for Agricultural Robotics, which does a major important thing, which is recalibrating the GIS models, working in providing data for farms and farmers using partners from Lebanon and Spain. Next, please. And despite the fact that we are being accused of being more expensive than manual spraying, but actually the savings from reduction of amounts of pesticides, because pesticides are very expensive, they're mostly imported, and also the carbon credits that could be attained. For example, we mitigated 200 tons of equivalent CO2 in our year of operations. The total yield is actually much more. So our solution in large acreage, more than 50 fidans, is actually more economical. Next, please. This is our best robot in action, but we could skip because there's no time. Next, please. We have a diverse revenue stream. We already covered more than 5,000 fidans. In our first year of operations, we achieved 350,000 of profit margin. Total revenue was around 950,000. It was diverse. We sold data. We made a subscription model. It's a minimum order 50 fidans, 1,000 pounds per fidan. And we actually sold one robot to a customer in the UAE. It's now used in Al Ain Zoo in the Emirates. It's for $11,000. Next, please. Next. Next, this is the market size, and yeah, can we go to the slide with the two products? Next. Yes, since the start of the product, we actually created two new products. The plant disease scanner. We have already created and sold 2 units, and we have now 3 new orders. It's portable, it could be easily shipped, and I think it could be integrated well with the teams like Morona and Icarda. And we have a new product. This is the smaller module on the left. That would be targeting cooperatives. So that would be more like the small acreage farmers through aggregators like the cooperatives. It would cost a lot less, so it could be sold and not only leased. Next, please.
30 seconds, Abdelhamid.
Yes, next. So basically, this is the traction. As we said, we have covered in different governorates. We achieved a revenue, if you add the 950,000 plus the amount from the sale of the 2 scanners, and the exclusive contract we have with the distributor in Al Bahira, it's more than 1 million Egyptian pounds. And we have mitigated 200 tons of carbon because pesticides are very carbon dense. So every reduction in pesticide usage, you mitigate carbon according to the life cycle and the carbon density of the pesticide. Next, please. Next. Next. Time. This is our team, and the team is very diverse. We have people working in the sustainable development. We have AI and technology, supply chain, agriculture scientists.
Thank you so much, Abdelhamid. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, moving to our previous to last innovation team for today. I'd like to welcome AquaLife. So Mubarak from AquaLife, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
Okay, great. I'll start the counter as well, and then you can go. 3, 2, 1, please. Go. Yes, Mubarak, please go.
Next,
go ahead.
I use now.
Okay.
Okay, this is Hamad, a smallholder farmer in Egypt, part of thousands of other farmers in Egypt, consistently suffering from high fish mortality due to inefficient water quality management and lack real-time monitoring for decision making, coupled with the impact of environmental climate on aquaculture. So that's actually brought a degradation in the fish produced. You can see that from around 2000. That's why we have developed a solution, an advanced water quality monitoring system, leveraging on AI and IoT for a data-driven insight and effective sustainable use of water. Next, our solar-powered system, it's an AI and IoT device system that helps the whole aquaculture system more effective. We have multiple sensors, temperature regulator, pH level, among many other sensors. Next. So we are targeting the smallholder farmers that produce over 81% of the fishes consumed in Egypt. That's a very large market, 2.8 billion. would see. We are targeting the smallholder farmers. Next. But we provided them with a value to sustainably monitor the water use and its quality, with instant troubleshooting for them to see, and also an independence from the government to control water resources, thereby giving them a cost reduction and integrated and scalable solution. Next. Well, we've tested this solution locally, and you can see all of the farmers we tested our solution in their farm, they are lined up to launch our products to deploy it in their farms. And that have increased their lead over 40%. We've received a lot of recognition and award locally and internationally for our novel innovation. Next. Well, we have amazing players in the space. I would say one key thing that differentiates us, some of the things are the circular economy we integrated, the integrated solution, the marketplace, instant troubleshooting, and other personalized features. Next. Well, we sell our product directly through direct sale of our product through cooperatives, which we have identified two majorly in our pipeline, cooperatives, and they have thousands of farmers under them. We have maintenance, we have ads on, and we market through other channels. Next. So our products, we market our product, there are three packages, depends on the size of your farm. Next. We are looking at around 600,000 in the next 5 years. And at first, we are looking at over 100K, but targeting just 20% of the large number we have identified. Next. So by the end of this year, we should be able to close out with all our partners we have already started initiating communication with in Egypt. And then we have our 100,000 pipeline of farmers to start with and 20% to deploy our products. By 2027, we will expand to other locations. Currently now we are looking at Kafr and Sheikh. We'll expand to other locations, Cairo, Alexandria, and then other side of the desert, which they're already exploring the water under and parental aquaponics. Next. The team is diverse over 40 years of experience. Myself, the business developer and the co-founder, we have experience with startups and building different models. Sufyan Binyamin, the aqua entrepreneur and the biologist. We have Fatim Binyamin, who's experienced with relations with the farmers and the marketer. We have Kamaluddin Ali, who has developed massive IoT softwares and AI softwares. And we have Ibrahim Razak, the vet.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mubarak. Thank you. Okay, I would love to introduce our last innovation team for today and introduce Ala from Gnina Energy Systems.
Thank you, Amr.
Thank you. Please, I'll count down and then the floor is yours. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ala from Gnina. Next. In regions like the Middle East and Africa, agriculture consumed 85% of water, yet climate change threatens 40% of crops yield by 2050. On the top of that, over 50% of food is imported. The solution is clear: local, sustainable, and efficient farming. Next. At Gnina, we are redefining agriculture through our three main products: hydroponic units, mini greenhouses, and green OS. For climate elasticity, year-round farming via using resource efficiency, and also AI-powered platform that integrate real data and automation productive to reduce costs and improve yield by approximately 20%. Next. The agri-tech market is valuated at 12.6 billion in 2024, scheduled to growing by 20% year by year. Next. So, our solution delivered unmatched valuable for farmers and business by resources efficiency using increasing yield through AI-driven tools by 20%, cost saving by reducing pesticide and energy expense, sustainable via environmentally friendly practices, and easy of use for our customers. Next. Now we are already taking significant steps toward refining agriculture through our current pilot project and successful partnership. These achievements showcase the real impact of Gnina solution, that their readiness for scaling. Next. Unlike competitors who focus on expensive or fractional solution, we provide a localizing technology designed for Middle East challenge, advanced AI solution based on real data and predictive analytical, affordable subscription model, access to small and medium scale farmers, and end-to-end support including training, consultancy, and AI powering assistance. Next. So our revenue model is straightforward. A flexible subscription-based system ensures that farmers and businesses from P2P and P2C can access our technology affordably. Next. By 2028, Guinea aims to achieve 22 million as the annual revenue. The potential is huge, but our solutions are perfectly positioned to meet it. Next. We have complete prototyping, but now we are in the end of Q4 2024, which is our pilot testing stage. We aim by 2026 to scale globally. Next. Meet the team that driving Guinea forward. Saif Salama, CEO, Mohannad Medani, Manager Director, Ahmed Yahya, CTO, Alaa Khattab, me, Business Developer. At the end, next. At the end, it's just about AI-driven solution. It's about creating a sustainable future. If you are looking to invest in a solution that can save our planet, Guinea is ready to partner with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alaa. Thank you so much for the pitch. And now moving on to our final Q&A segment from the committee members. I invite the committee members to provide us with the questions that they have for the third cohort, please. Okay, I'm once again inviting the committee members to share with us their questions. Okay, so it was lovely listening to all the 15 teams that we have today. I would just request that all the teams would switch on their cameras because we're having a group photo, and then I'm handing over the mic to Claudia. So if everyone can switch on their cameras for a moment, that would be amazing.
Okay.
Back to Claudia. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks everyone. That was it was great to see, you know, having followed the teams from day one. It was great to see you know, finally reaching this demo day and seeing the progress that you've made throughout these past months. A very well done to you all in making it to this very final stage. Your ingenuity, your drive, and your commitment have been inspiring throughout the entire journey. So thank you so much for your hard work in putting together these pitches today. Just to conclude, the AgriTech4Egypt Innovation Challenge is more than just a program. It's more of a launch pad for your scaling. So we're really looking to, by the completion of this project, we're looking to, you know, our aspiration for you is very clear. We want you to take the learnings, take the connections that you've made throughout the program, as well as during today's demo day, and the experiences that you've gained in turning your vision into action. agriculture, of course, is at the heart of Egypt's development, and the innovations that you bring have the power to uplift rural communities, enhance livelihoods, and shape a sustainable future for the country. You're now part of A4IP's alumni and part of a community of 4,000 like-minded innovators. So we will stay connected with you after this program. We like to keep in contact and continue to provide support throughout. So do take advantage of the resources that we've made available to you through, of course, through all our project partners, and tap into the wisdom of the people in this room, as well as the meaningful connections that you've made throughout. A special thank you, of course, goes to our selection committee members for your thoughtful questions today. And of course, again, these selection committee members have seen you grow and develop throughout these past months. So a special thank you to Professor Amar, Giampiero, Ahmed, Mohammed, Sherif Keseba from the Climate Resilient Africa Fund, Hassan from Alex Bank, Toraya, and Najira. What will happen is the selection committee will reconvene to deliberate on the scores, and we'll select the podium winners, which we will announce via LinkedIn. So stay tuned for updates. A special thank you, of course, through our selection committee members also extends to our partners, without which this project would not have been possible. So Amar, if you could please share your screen with the project partners display, that would be great. So this project was co-organized with CGIAR Centre. So we have the Alliance of Biodiversity International and SIAT, ICARDA, IMI and IFPRI, the Academy of Scientific Research and Technology of Egypt, Chemonics Egypt Consultants, and Veritech. This project is endorsed by the Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research of Egypt, and it was supported by Prima Foundation, the Climate Resilient Africa Fund, Alex Bank, SECEM, and CGIAR initiatives and units that are operating across the MENA region. Of course, a special thank you also goes to our audience here today. So please do continue to interact with our participants to carry on the great work that they have begun for this challenge, and specifically through the demo day. So if you're looking to connect with these teams, please feel free to reach out to us at innovations@cgir.org. And I'd ask Amar if you could please go forward with the next two slides. Exactly, thank you. And stay tuned for upcoming projects. 2025 is going to be an exciting year for A4IP as we continue to work in bringing these science-based innovations from lab to market through our pipeline of innovation challenges. We will launch phase 2 of the AgriTech4Egypt Innovation Challenge starting in early 2025. So please do stay connected. And of course, we would want to ensure that we also connect with the audience and the stakeholders that are here in the room. So these are our you can scan our QR code for our landing page, our email address. We are also on LinkedIn and on YouTube. So a very well done to our teams today. And thank you all. Thank you to our innovators, our speakers, our partners, our online participants. And have a great rest of your day.